Rajiv Saxena ji has been of great
help and has been helping us with all these arrangements and everything, and we have been constantly in touch with them. And at the last, I would like to thank Mr.
Khatri, who has been helping us in our travel arrangement and all.
I know it's the last session. Everybody would be in the mood to, let this get over and go over for go free, sightseeing and all.
But
I also understand that it's a very important session for all of you, because besides health, money is also a very important factor, particularly after retirement. And hence, I'm very sure that I get full attention of you all in my delegation. We got
session
it was about financial planning after retirement. You have all have been successful, all have passed, your career or near retirement of your career. You have seen ups and downs, as Mr. Sir covered. In your career, you have been advising, and
you have been dealing with money.
so I don't know
To what extent
we will be of help. Here, before I talk about payouts and savings, I would like to touch upon time, though I understand the earlier speakers have already talked about. But some of my friends who have retired, I've seen them doing nice things, that someone has taken some teaching in some colleges, institutes. Maybe they don't get big money, but some get car, big driver, some get some facility, and with some little money. But by that process, they are able to keep themselves up to date, fit, and are able to use their time productively. Every person could be different. So what we are trying to do, we are trying to make 4 situations good wealth, and 4 no financial commitments and low wealth. Along with this, we have our retirement fund, which will be getting in lump sum. So the whole thing one will have to look at on individual basis. But concepts will remain same. So what we are trying to talk about here, I am giving you a summary of what I am talking about. And the purpose of this summary is that you all should get a feel that what will take you to in next 2 hours. The questions which you need to frame could be, if they are relating to a presentation, they could be asked there and then. And if they are independent of the presentation and that particular topic, then you can ask them at the end of the presentation, so that it's for the benefit of everyone. What we are talking about here is about financial planning. And from financial planning, we'll be moving to wealth planning, because financial planning is very, very basic. We talk about some key concepts of wealth planning, because anything we talk of management, until unless we understand some basic concepts which are related to that, we will not be able to appreciate how that needs to be handled. And the next question which I am also raising is, which I raised at not any great form, is wealth for what? And particularly people who have good wealth, this becomes a very, very relevant subject, because people having, wealth to meet their day-to-day commitments, this may not be that relevant, but a lot of people have wealth more than what they need. Then this question becomes very, very important. We are going to talk about various asset distribution from this point of view, because wealth management is nothing but allocating your various assets under different asset classes. So we talk about different asset classes with their indicative returns, what kind of returns we can expect from different asset classes. We talk about pros and cons of various asset classes, because every asset class comes with its own hassles and own simplicity. We talk about different asset classes, their return on long-term basis. Our analysis has shown that if you look at asset class for 10 years, 15 years, 20 years basis, the returns can be totally different, and risk associated with that asset class can be totally different Then when you are investing them on 1 month basis, 1 year basis or 3 year basis. Certain asset classes like property and all, it doesn't make sense to invest for a short term because the cost of transaction is very, very high. We are talking about comparison of various asset classes in terms of their compounded annual growth. We will be talking about power of compounding and power of discipline. And discipline is needed in every part of life. Financial management, wealth management also requires strong discipline. People with discipline only. Thank you.
That question is still has to be proven.
Sir, I put it two things.
In principle, I agree with you, but it has to be proven that he loses wealth.
See the question again, I just take for 2 minutes this point because it's important that we understand. See, I was talking to somebody, an astrologer, 20 years back, and he was predicting certain things. And he says, such and such person's time will be very good. Then I said, what is the meaning of very good? He said, yeah, भिखारी है, तो उसको 100-200 रुपये दे देंगे. So that's a good time. राजा है, तो वो सम्राट बन सकता है. अगर वो वेल्दी है, तो बहुत वेल्दी बन जाएगा. जॉब में है, तो कुछ उसकी प्रमोशन हो जाएगी. So this good is also a relative term. When we talk about, he may not become a pauper. He may still have 1,000 crore. He may still have 5,000 crore. But the important thing is, when we say he has destroyed wealth, so if his wealth would have been 20,000 crore or 50,000 crore, and if reduces to 5,000 crore, the position and prestige, like the king of good times, in his own words he says, that I have been the king of good times, and now I am the king of bad times.
Yes. Very good.
You see, everybody loves his DNA. So children are the most soft point for everyone in their life. Investing for children's business is a very common thing I've seen in investment, where people, totally ruined or lost, and even the children get lost because they feel that they are responsible for their parents' situation. Maybe my, I leave that as a judgment, I'm talking about from my experience of last 37 years because I've been involved with not many, though my, association is more with industrialists and people with business and not with, banks or service class people. But what I've seen.
Here, repressing at least over the parents have invested to their children's business. They have lost money.
No, I'm not saying that.
90%. But nowadays our children don't need our money. That is also losing.
Absolutely, I come to that. I come to that's the reason I started with the fact that no commitment. No commitment means no commitment. Because most of the, see, today's time, most of the people have 1 or 2 children, and most of them are overseas. And by this age, all are set. But I'm still taking certain people who might have late children, who might have other difference of family. Situations every person to be. I'm only trying to reflect. Some of the situations which happen. And I'm saying, don't take any children this. When I come on that, I explain to you what I mean, by this. I'm talking about reverse mortgage. We'll talk about systematic withdrawal plan. I'm also adding one slide. How to create that. Though may not be very relevant here, but it's never too late. And plus, there are children you might like to see and love, which was wanted to do, but still maintaining the same life standard, so that passive income, to a large extent, takes care of the community. So, we are saying identify all potential income and potential expenses, which may be required to be incurred. Maybe just take some budget, maybe for 5 years, 10 years, draw them in a very simple vertical form or whatever form one is used to. Based on above, calculate your revenue and expense and make budgets. The most important part, you see, certain expenses and certain income are established, like the pension. established. But yesterday evening, the lovely dinner we had, the program we had, I happened to talk to one of the participants, and he was talking about commuting pension. And the question he said is, suggest in tomorrow's presentation, should we commute the pension or we should not commute the pension? I'm going to address that later, but the thing which is important is that certain incomes are clear. Certain incomes we know, like pension, it's going to come. If people have rentals and all, they will come. If people have certain investments or certain expenses which are there, they will come. So they will know that in their monthly things, do we have surplus or do we have short. The key which comes is, what is the lump sum money? The past wealth and the present lump sum money one is going to get at the time of retirement. What do we do? And how do we ensure that this money helps us to fill the gap if we have a gap, or if we have surplus already, then this money is deployed in such a way that money is able to live a legacy. Finally, what for? One accumulates wealth. At the end of the day, it goes for legacy. Because again, as I said, everybody loves their DNA, everybody loves their children. So finally it goes for them. The investment for meeting the short-term gap is different, and the criteria are different. The instrument and asset class would be different. While the instruments and asset class could be different if you are going to leave it for legacy. If you do not need that money for your own cash flow requirement. So again, as I said, it will depend on each and every individual. It is individual case, and one need to see in everybody's case what is the bottom line. We have short or we have excess. Thus, our children competing to handle those complexities. We can handle, but if children can't handle, it is time for us to get towards simplicity. So when we talk about selection of asset class and their issues, we talk about documentation, risk, assets, return, everything is based on that and the individual psyche of the person. When I deal with people, I find people who want simplicity to the last extent. They are looking for plain, vanilla product. And there are people who are looking for more returns. Maybe they are willing to spend more time. So it depends on the individual psyche also what he likes, what he wishes. Psychological peace is a very important part of wealth. Because as I said earlier, what wealth is? Finally, the life is about happiness and being peaceful. So psychological factor also has to be looked at while managing the wealth. Tax, again, is a very important part. In our belief, as per your knowledge. I am talking about some key concepts of wealth management. The concept of risk reward. I think I don't need to explain much on risk reward relationship. As I said, discipline is needed in every part of life. And financial management or wealth management is no different. My colleague Shikha, when she runs through the detailed presentation and runs through some numbers, she is reflecting that a 5,000 rupees saved every month at the age of 25, even taking a CAGR of 12% or 15%, can make a figure of around 2 crores to 3.5 crores at the age of 60. So the power of consistent investment and the power of time is a very important part of wealth creation. Something has passed, but still not over. As I said, we still have 15 years more to go. So we are trying to play here, and she'll talk about. We are talking about situations where if we have surplus from our cash generation, how wisely we should invest that money so that after 15 years, we again have substantial wealth. Because 10 years, 12 years, we may still enjoy what we have. After that, the wealth will have a different meaning and will be used for different purposes. The second, there was no buy. I'm not sure in this room how many of such people have faced this problem, but my experience with bike riding has been horrible.
What is the reason? Is it
So simple and easy. Everybody would have taken a terminal, would have sat on that, and we, instead of doing any business or other thing, would have only punching things, and at the end of the day, we would have doing it. It doesn't happen. I'm getting you see a PC or when you go to advise, everybody will advise you everything. आगे करेगा वो करेगा advisor who are advising you all. Very few people are there in law. So they do and who are not available on the way. People who have patience to say 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, who have a very strong research, who have made this subject very casino, but as a calculated risk and analytic. Caution about people like this. Don't
we had
see very interesting part, which I learned in economics when I was studying. It's called demonstration effect. आपके घर में टीवी है, मेरे पड़ोसी के घर में भी चाहिए. And this is something very interesting advertisement technique. The one person is saying to the you we have to money in the market. We stop this. And what is pregnant, he's going for just, I hope, I don't know how many of you have seen it. And finally, the person is talking to his wife, अरे यहाँ में विरोध में बहुत पैसा लगाया मार्केट में. And the wife very innocuously asked, "Hey, कौन है विरोध में?" The person is silent. He doesn't know who is Vinod. He goes back to the person who told him. He said, Vinod for that. And then the whole sequence goes back to the person who's Vinod. And finally, he finds no Vinod. There's no Vinod. What happens? One person takes off. So, forget themselves. I'll take 1 more minute. I learned it 10 years back when one of my very dear friends, Hindi and English is okay with you, and all can understand it. Because when Hindi में कहूँगा तो ज़्यादा मजा आएगा. तो जैसे कि हमारे गांव से राजस्थान का गांव के पास आदमी जो है वो कोई से मुंबई फॉर ए जॉब. तो फर्स्ट आदमी गांव से जा रहा है मुंबई तो एवरी द होल विलेज हैज कम टू सी हिम ऑफ. तो जो विलेज का चौधरी था उसने बुलाया कि बेटा तू मुंबई जा रहा है तो ध्यान रखिए वहां चोर बहुत है. अपनी जो बक्सा है इसको बहुत संभाल के रखे और ट्रेन में जाए इसे सर के नीचे रख. ठीक है साहब ऐसे ही करो. वो मुड़ के जाने लगा उसको फिर बुलाया एक बार और. क्या अगर बाई चांस तेरा बक्सा चोरी हो जाए तो आके किसी को बताइए मत. क्योंकि अगर बताया तो और पीड़ेगा. बक्सा तो गया क्या. So what happens, as you rightly said, one places he makes money, but 5 places where he loses money, he doesn't talk. And I have seen, they tell me, because I know that their family also, मेरी वाइफ को मत बताया मेरा इतना लॉस. वो कहते हैं यार लॉस होता अलग है लेकिन वहाँ जिंदगी खराब हो जाएगी. क्योंकि the wife will lag so much. यार ये तू पहले तो टाइम खराब करते हो, घर का कुछ काम नहीं करते हो, नहीं घर का कुछ काम नहीं करते और ऊपर से पैसे आगे आ रहे हैं. Your voice.
How can we go? who retired from State Bank of India. He says he is for the last 5 years trading every day. Yes, there are days he makes losses, but he says every month for the last 5 years he has made some money. He says the highest profit may be 15,000 a month, the lowest profit may be 1,000 rupees a month. He says he makes money. He says more importantly, it keeps him engaged from 9 to 3 or something like that. And because of that, because he's doing trading, he's reading also on the internet, all these advisories and so many people. So it keeps him busy. He gives him some amount of money, not huge money, because he says his risk-taking ability is also very limited. And he has been persuading me, because I have retired already in October. He's been persuading me, please, you also do this.
Even if he use, say, 5,000, 10,000 a month in this process, we are creatively involved in something.
Discipline is very important.
Discipline is very important. He says he has got limits for everything. Beyond which he will not do.
But it is okay, it is limited.
Yeah.
Now, discipline
No, he doesn't do it. He knows, he says I got a risk capital which is for trading only. His investment book is separate, he says, which he doesn't touch.
People have a degree, then you don't.
I think what your friend is right, and what your friend is saying is right. In fact, my research analysts and all, and you start seeing right at 6 o'clock in the market, so that you start knowing what's happening in the room. Totally taken. The most important thing in these things are this. The speculative tendency, and there is an old saying, you win in casino, like जीता हुआ जुआरी भी डबल मारता है और हारा हुआ जुआरी भी डबल मारता है, because हारा हुआ इसलिए कि मुझे से रिकवर कर दे और जीता हुआ तो उसे आदत है मैं तो जीतूंगा, he is confident. See, the speculative tendency comes in most.
And I am also very slightly scared of doing this, no? Whether I will be able to buy
Resist
it,
now.
which he says does not get direct.
So
This
the
is
problem,
very, very important.
the
Yes.
problem in this is applicable to all dealers and traders is that this addiction. They are addicted actually to
But
this.
this guy was in treasury also.
Yeah, that is the problem. That's why I'm saying the problem is the
It's an
what you
addiction.
mentioned earlier.
It's an addiction.
And the fear. People don't see the cut loss. And they don't take profit also.
No, but
So
what he
instead of
says,
that-
I go by his statement, but I have no means of corroborating what he says.
Yeah.
He says, I deal every day. Most days I make money. There are days I have lost money. But my maximum profit in a month has been 15,000 rupees, not more than that. Because he says I have set limits for trading.
Maximum loss?
He says in a month, he's never had a month of loss. There are days of losses, but his lowest profit was 500 a month. His maximum profit was 15,000 a month. He has set limits for everything, he says, and his investment book is separate. Trading book is separate. What is their investment book? He doesn't trade. That is, he says, for long term. This is for daily spending time, keeping himself active, and his mind is very,
Absolutely
very
correct.
active.
In fact, we have got
And he's,
people-
I'm telling you, he says in Trivandrum, he says there is no other interest there. Huh? There is no other interest. I have no interest.
And those people then spend a lot of time in reading balance sheets, reading things, and they are perfect in their mind and head. Perfect. The question is, can you have that discipline? Will you be able to resist greed, like you said? But it gives me a kick. But then another aspect of this is that it shoots your blood pressure up and down. मार्केट के साथ आपका मूड रिफ्लेक्ट कर जाता है. मार्केट ऊपर होती है तो थोड़ा चेहरे से वो रौनक नजर आती है. मार्केट थोड़ा सा वो डाउन हो और पर्टिकुलरली लाइक लास्ट 4 दिन से चल रहा है तो थोड़ा सा डिप्रेशन आना शुरू हो जाता है.
I see, I was in US. US all they got this corona.
Unit, one typical example. At the end of the day, anything which is lucrative, as I said, you have to question. You all are life. You have seen that. If he says मैं आपको 15% return दे दूँगा या 20% return दे दूँगा, कहाँ से दे दूँगा? You talk about PE, you talk about real estate funds, you talk about structured products. They will say I get you 24% return, 19% return, assured SR. They will think that okay, it is linked with index, it is linked with that.
Finally, he says that any assured return it can only be 7 or 8%. Anybody talking an assured return beyond 8%, it's not possible. Because there is no rocket science. If there is rocket science, I would like to learn. So be very careful about the policy, about the people who are giving you negative terms. Favorite practice of ULIP and all, like ULIP used to be first year, 40% commission. Most of the banks were selling ULIP. All multinational banks, their whole staff was selling ULIP. And it is much easier for them. Because every 6 months the guy changes. He performs, he gets incentive, he gets promoted, or he leaves the job, goes somewhere else, and starts using the same product. Because he has no set client. He is going to the client of the bank. In that process, whose goodwill getting affected? Banks. Who's getting cheated? The investor. At least you should not be such a investor. As I said, wealth report. I'm only taking concepts so the details will follow. Your day-to-day cash, ensuring that your life is not disturbed. For security, for meeting your commitments, for legacy, for helping, settling your children. When I said at that point of time, I didn't mean that we should not do that. But we should protect ourselves first. And only surplus or the risk money which we returns and the activity. And after that again I'll come back and talk about it.
Good morning. Mr. Jain has already told the importance of how important is financial prudence. I'll be very quickly taking you to 10 slides or so. We will be talking about different asset classes. As you are all bankers, you already know what are the different asset classes, what are their returns. I'll be talking about what are the different asset classes, what are their returns after tax, what kind of mix we should make in a different asset class. Because wealth management is all about allocating your wealth into different asset classes. And so, the different asset classes are property. Sujay has already told how important it is to have property, but how to limit the investment in property. We have clients who say we have 80% property and now we don't have any value because it will grow by itself. Agree. But property has its own pros and cons, which I will be talking in the subsequent slides. Then there are debt funds, debt investments like FDRs, which you all know, tax-free bonds, mutual funds like liquid mutual funds, guild, bond funds, NSEs, companies fixed deposit, senior citizens savings schemes, post office deposits, Kisan Vikas Patra, MIPs, again from mutual fund basket, NFTs from pension plans. So these are all debt products which give you around 7 to 9% return, and they have tax implications. There is no tax rate. Only mutual funds in long term are subject to only 10% tax without indexation benefit and 20% with indexation benefit. Equity is mutual funds, equity mutual funds, shares, and commodities like gold, silver. Again, they have their own, prominent bonds, which we'll be talking in subsequent slides. Here we have, suggested a asset distribution from risk point of view. When we say risk, low risk means person who can take low risk because of their age, maybe because of their some financial commitments, because of any other cash flow requirements or something. This will try to distribute ratio-wise in different asset class, which I talked in my earlier slide. But this may not be a very, it's a model kind of thing, which you can always, adjust according to your needs. Here we say a low-risk taking person should only block 30% of his wealth in property. Because he needs liquidity, he needs some cash flow. Debt mutual funds or debt products like FDRs also he can time in such a manner that they can give you monthly inflow if he needs a cash flow. Then NSEs, KVP, they can be adjusted in a manner you can get a cash flow out of it. And this is the money which you can park for short term. Short term NSE it's 1 to 3 years. Liquid funds again can be parked for a day or a year. Bank balance, you should always keep some bank balance maybe we'll earn 4% return or so for contingencies. So we have said that 35% of a low risk taking person can keep in debt funds. For equity, he can invest 30%, that purpose which he can leave for 3 to 5 years and much more. But the basic thing is it should not be less than 3 years. And we will be proving that if you invest for less than 3 years, you can lose the capital also in equity. And that's where the fear comes. But for long term equity, because this is a asset class which can give you more than 20% return also. And that too tax free. Commodities, gold, and we will be talking about the returns. So 5% can be blocked in all this. So this is a kind of low risk. Then we have talked about medium risk and the high risk in the same manner. A high risk person who can take high risk because he has no financial commitments. He can block the money for longer duration. Cash flows are being taken care. He can block 60% of his money in equity.
But here one point, regarding property, whether he's for own use also this kind of
Yeah.
separate.
Because own use also comes
Own
in
use
this.
also.
The whole property. Because we are saying you should keep property for your own use first. Investment in property for investment
Your own
purpose.
use property you must take away from.
Yeah.
So, but
That's
this is
a
not where-
necessity.
that's a where-
That's a welfare, that is necessity.
Okay, but
I mean,
where we have taken
Beyond the, like one property, everybody needs to
needs
start.
to stay.
Beyond the first property, maybe what you say is right.
So generally we take out house.
Then-
Yeah, most likely.
And
How
when
do
you
you
talk,
talk, that is
when you talk of it,
Right.
does it mean the amount invested or
market value.
or the present value?
The market value of your value. When we say, because here we work on the market value. Property, of course, you know, you will have
So
to
what
social
happens is
value.
because of the sheer appreciation of the property,
Right.
even if it's just one house or two houses, the property will be maybe 60, 70.
But that's emotional value, you know.
That is I want to know.
Uh-huh.
It was better.
Yeah.
Suppose one person purchased property 5 years back or 8 years, 10 years.
But now the value must have gone.
Is
Right.
it
Yeah,
compared
we need to adjust according to the.
chart?
Yeah, of course.
Today I am not going to invest in property.
Process again. So this circle, we repeat virtually every year. Depending on the quantum of wealth, the periodicity is decided. You rightly said that subject to market forces, there could be imbalances. It's time to adjust the balance. Maybe in your case, every 3 years, you need to look at these issues. Or if something has changed dramatically, like you made your investment is 60% in, say, equity, and in this 2 years, this 60% has become virtually, say, 90%. It's time to liquidate 30%, put it into debt, increase your quantum. The fundamental principle of portfolio management is that what I have earned is in my pocket. I have to look at my portfolio on a daily basis. I can't say 10 years back I bought this share for 10 rupees and today if it is at 30 I am very happy. If it has gone to 200 rupees in between, I should see that finally I have lost from 200 to 30. I am not saying look at daily, but do look at it quarterly at least. Do look at it 6 months basis at least, particularly the liquid assets. Property. You have to see that suppose your property has gone 10 times. Maybe you may like to, as an investment decision, you may like to say, okay, fine, this is mature. That's where your internal calculation and your free cash flow will help you. And you say, let me sell this and reinvest into another property and part of this, let me put into security of like debt and all that. So profit booking is an integral part of wealth. If you are not going to book profit, we are not going to get exceptional gains. Exceptional gain always comes by booking profit. So you are absolutely right that if things goes beyond these proportions, we need to bring that back to these proportions. There could be a situation that I have one shop, that shop has gone 10 times, it has totally made the ratios heavy, and I don't want to sell that shop. One way could be that I sell that shop and buy another shop of half the value. Second is I say the hassle of selling a shop, buying a new one could be too painstaking. Maybe at that time you live with this, but with a conscious mind. That I have initiated the ratio. In next 1 year, next 2 years, next 3 years, I bring that back to my standard and modern ratio. So a review, a constant review is the first.
For long term, I think quarterly or half yearly something.
So maybe
For long term.
for long term and all, you can do it once in a year or once in a year. It could be good. Until and then exceptional factors are. Sometimes exceptional factors are. The market has gone 100% in 3 years. Then you need to reload at that point.
So driving.
There is a they floating around no, that investment in equity should be 100 times the age. Okay.
That's about the risk profile.
Yeah.
The reason for that is, at the age of 20, you can put even 80%. The reason is simple, that your earning, your risk-taking ability is high because you have a job.
Potential for earning is high.
And you have a job. You have but at the age of 80 or at the age of 60, but that is only for equity. We are talking about wealth management. That ratio does not take into consideration the commitment of the person. Now, take a simple person, 20 years of age, but he has to send his money home. उसकी बहन की शादी होनी है. He cannot afford to invest in equity because he is accumulating money in 3 साल में.
People like us now at this stage, do you recommend that 40%? And I said, okay, I had a loan from the bank. I said, why should I take the loan? Yeah, I liquidated 50% of my investment at 6,000 rupees 6,076. Now I'm regretting I could have taken the additional loan, kept the equity.
But what about the investment which is efficient lunch for building?
No. I could have taken a loan here from the bank, additional loan. I could have easily taken. I didn't take that additional loan. Actually, Mr. Pradeep Chaudhary was the CGM at Chennai, I was the GM. He said, hey, mat karo. Don't sell your equity. I sold 50% of my equity. And how much I got? Only 2 lakhs. 50% of my equity. Those days.
Sir, that was which year?
2006, 2004, 5.
Sir, 2008 today got a equity. Sir,
Huh? It would have been maybe 20-25 lakhs.
sir, 2008 today got a opportunity to invest in equity at 2000.
Okay, friends,
I didn't invest.
So timing is very important. That's what I want to
I think only one minute.
say.
That in long run, the equity growth is related to the growth of the economy of the country and also the world. Because finally everything is related. Stock market depends on 3 things. Cash flow in the market. Like suppose tomorrow, even if Indian economy is not doing well, but FII find that there is no other place to invest in the globe, and India is the only place to invest, you will see tons of money coming and the stock market booming. Global economic situation. If globally economies are not doing well, even Indian economy may not be that well, because now we have become a very closely knit economy. I won't be able to export. If Europe is thinking, my biggest industries which are export oriented will suffer. If China is thinking, the commodity prices will fall, like it has fallen in the last 1 year. If the commodity prices will fall, whether it is Tata Steel or SAIL, they can't perform well. And finally is your domestic market. So you have to look at all these 3 factors. If one looks at all these 3 factors today are very heavily positive for India. I am taking 2 more minutes extra or maybe 5 minutes extra to explain this point because it is very important. See, a fear of 2000 can be created with a fear only. It's not a reality.
It has happened.
Sir, it has happened because at that time 2400 and that was 2008 and within what time it got recovered? Within 6 months it was again back to 5000. And I'm talking Nifty, I'm not talking about Sensex. Now if you look at where we stand today, the demographics of the world. Europe has 46 years, China has 46 years. Now if your average age of people is 46, that means people above 60 are in plenty. Their consumption pattern is different. They don't consume much. They don't buy clothes, they don't buy food, they don't do too much of those things. What they do, they buy medicines most. So what happens when and the working hands are not there? India has a demography of average age of 25 with 1.25 billion people. The policies with the government, I'm not saying, and I'm not commenting on the government per se, but the policies which this government has adopted, whether it is Make in India, whether it is defense production, whether it is housing for all, whether it is roads, the kind of initiatives which has taken place 1.5 years back, which has started yielding result. The spending in next 5 years is around 35 lakhs crore. If that kind of spending is going to come, you can see पूरे देश का नक्शा बदल गया. And the whole world today is only looking India as a destination where they can make some money.
So again, but they have no tax.
I'm just taking up, I have invested over the last 3 years.
Okay.
Okay. My average rate of return on the tax free bond is 7.98. That is what I invested last year.
Now it is over 7.4.
Yeah,
7.4.
I got something like more than 8.
And safe also, because these are good.
Madam, you have not highlighted the risk element in each investment.
Risk will be talking in the next slide, which is pros and cons. So there we'll be talking about the risk also. Mutual funds liquid 7.5 to 9%, then they are easy to handle, they are liquidated easily, the money comes in the bank next day itself. So if you have a short-term money, instead of keeping it in bank at 4% or 5%, you can always invest in debt mutual funds. They have no entry and exit load right now. NSE is again 8.10% kind of return, minimum investment period is 5 years. And because these are debt products, they are low, their risk is low actually. Then we are talking about equity mutual funds. Company fixed deposits, they give higher return, but then they are a little riskier because you have to do a due diligence of the company where you are giving the fixed deposit. Senior citizen savings scheme 8.6%, 15 lakhs is a limit, again it limits your. Then there are certain post office deposit schemes 7 to 8%. Then there are some more like Kisan Vikas Patra money gets doubled in 9 years, 2 months. Monthly income plans, they invest 65% in debt, 35% in equity. They give around 8 to 9% because if the equity gives minus return also, then they are able to manage some returns.
What are the tax implications of this?
Again, debt taxation.
Debt taxation.
3 years and above, they are on that 10%, 20%, otherwise as per slab, short term. NUPs on pension plans, still this market has to be, because you have to choose a plan very carefully. In the past, they are giving 7 to 8% kind of return depending upon the scheme. Reverse mortgage, it's not a set class, we'll be talking about later. Equity mutual fund.
If you commute pension from commute the annuity from pension plan, taxable.
Yeah, taxable. Again, all these things mostly do not have any tax rate. Mutual funds, shares and mutual funds again, this will prove they have given around 20% return in 5 years to 10 years, 15% kind of horizon. Again, as we have talked, you should have a long investment horizon for them. Commodities have given 9.7% because we have done a study on gold. Gold has given 9.7% in long term. Next slide, I'll be taking that. Property. The positives in the property are income is in the form of rental payments, which is maybe 2%, but you get rental payments, so that will make your other cash flows if you are not staying in that property. Less volatile as compared to investment in shares. Capital growth if value of the property increases. The negative part is it is very, very less liquid. Whenever you go to sell it, maybe you will not get a good rate. High transaction costs are there, you have to pay brokerage, and then it's difficult to manage sometimes if you do not have a manpower. Debt mutual funds, the positives are bonds with regular interest income gives higher returns than FDs, but they fluctuate on interest rate movements and they are less liquid. Now they are listed on but some of the bonds, which are not tax free, which are not listed on NSE, you have to wait for 10 years and the duration. Fixed deposits, it gives you regular interest income, but they are not tax efficient. They give post-tax returns are low. If as per slab you have to shell out 30% plus surcharge. Then they are less. Early maturity has some cost. As a banker, I will not talk about NPRs. Debt mutual funds, they are highly liquid. Long-term taxation is low, which is now 3 years plus. Has indexation benefit, which is not enjoyed by FDRs or other asset class. The return varies according to the interest rate. It has a default risk because in turn they are investing in some money market instruments or some, so it has a low default risk, but it has that kind of risk and an interest rate risk. If we are going on a low
3 years
interest,
also have to pay tax.
sorry,
After 3 years have to pay this debt.
10% for long term, but because of indexation benefit, it comes virtually nil because the cost of acquisition increases. They get that indexation benefit. So if 3 years plus, your cost, the net effect is the virtually no tax. Gold liquidity is brought in a form of ETF, so you can sell ETF, but that has its own cost and fluctuations in prices there. Talk about equity mutual funds. It's the best investment option to achieve good long-term returns. The thing is long-term. Managed by professional fund managers, it is less volatile as compared to shares. Direct shares versus equity mutual funds. Equity mutual funds are less volatile because they have made a basket of certain shares. So all of the shares will not go down in a day. And liquid as the money comes in bank in 3 days. Whenever you put a redemption, they have to give the money in 3 days. And they are very transparent because they give the NAV on a daily basis. So you can see your portfolio on a daily basis. Unlike ULIPs and all, where they invest, they are not transparent. You don't know what is the value of investment on a daily basis. Here the NAV is declared on a daily basis. The negatives are high risk, risk of 70%. Yeah.
I'm just taking this
Mr.
last
Jain,
slide.
just one second.
Only for 1 minute. If you permit me, I think this will answer your case. Because this slide has been made with a lot of research. What it reflects is that if you take on a single year basis, the return given by various funds, and we have taken around 5 funds. In year 11 and 12, all the 15%, 22, it is more. 14, 15, they get 52. Will invest and give the fear. The concept I said fear and greed. If fear will start coming in you, that oh I lost 11%, you may exit. And that's what the common investor does. The wise investor remains invested. He looks at the answer, which the madam was asking 10 years baad kya hoga? That's your calculation. If you are convinced that these projects will come, if you are convinced that the global leaders will do something, whether it is Japan, whether it is Eurozone, they are all talking quantitative easing, so that their economy comes to. Finally, you see, things are going to improve. So if you are convinced of those factors, 10 years down the line, I expect market to do very well. But there is no guarantee. Had there been a guarantee, the investment, like only 3% in India.
Guarantee all of us have to shut down, all banks would have closed them. Everybody would have gone there with this guarantee.
No, that's there. You see, and that is what you have to see, that the government is doing something now to recapitalize the bank. They are taking steps and they will be doing something.
No, what I'm saying is there is a guarantee of 20% CAGR. Nobody will come to a bank.
Absolutely.
There is no bank deposit.
No, so there is nothing required.
Because everybody is coming to the bank because we are guaranteeing 8% of whatever small amount is being.
These are, maybe you can make a portfolio of 40-60. 40 can be equity, which can be, there for long. 60 can be FDR, which will give you peace of mind, some cash flows and regular flows. It's all about making a mix. We're not talking about one asset class, which is very, lucrative and that's it.
Yeah, Mr. Jain, since you have not covered my question,
Yeah.
can I ask them? I tell you. So the thing is that you have been discussing this. You would have heard about the incident of this JP Morgan mutual fund.
Right.
My question is this: how passive you can remain as an investor in this? You have to monitor the portfolio of each mutual fund.
You see, there are two parts to it. It's not only about JP Morgan, it's about Temple.
Many
months later,
I
Temple
just take a recent example.
But what happens is, and that's the reason when the gentleman here was asking how many funds we should invest, I said minimum 4. And like in the larger case, we say that no fund will be having exposure more than 10%, no particular scheme will have exposure more than 5% or 7%. So when we talk about even that scheme, even in the same fund we might choose 2 or 3. In fact, the whole thing of JP Morgan, if you look at it, the fund manager to whom you trusted has not lived up to that expectation. Finally, you are going to some fund manager or somebody you are going to trust. He has not taken those due diligence parameters of buying security, he looked at only the corporate, he didn't look at the cash flow. The problem was not on the debt, the problem was on the cash flow, the timing of the debt.
That's why they
See
say
the past, see the past.
usually if you have exposure multiple mutual fund management schemes.
Asset allocation, segment wise, then scale wise.
Sir, can I make a point? Can I make a point? You see, what happens is, there are two ways of planning. One is person driven and second is process driven. What we must understand is how mutual fund industry works and how mutual fund industry is regulated. Today the regulations on mutual funds is becoming more and more. If you think of Mirai, which has happened in 2008, think of JP Morgan, which has happened now, think of Templeton, which has happened now. SEBI is also looking at these things. There is a default or some loss or some hit of 5,000 crore. It's a part of system. Plus, the advisors you look for. You know, sometimes what happens is everybody thinks he's an advisor himself. I know both. When you have a good advisor, he does this job which you are expecting to do. He looks at the portfolio. He looks at where he has invested the money. He questions because the mutual fund comes to your distributor, it does not come to you. Because distributor gives them 100 crore business or 500 crore business because he is looking for the larger money. If you give 10 lakhs or 15 lakhs or 20 lakhs, no mutual fund executive will come and meet you. So it is also very important for you to understand that you are choosing the right advisor. At the end of the day, you have to build adequate, systemic checks and balances. If you have built systemic checks and balances, the chances of you going wrong will go and reduce very, to a very large extent. And even if they happen, the impact may not be more than half a
Of 7 to 14%, most of them. In 5 years, they were positive 8 to 14%. In 10 years, 14 to 20%. 15 years, 11 to 22%. In 20 years, 11 to 25%. So, as the horizon of investment increases, your return increases. So, this is the point we want to make in this slide. Property, in 10 years, 8 to 12%. 15 years, 8 to 12%. 20 years, 9 to 13%. Then, of course, it depends on the location and all, but this is a kind of general, data which we have collected and seen. ETF, gold ETF is a buy physical gold and keep, as compared to gold only.
Making charges will not be there.
Which challenge?
Making,
yeah.
We are not
But
considering
they have some cost.
bullion.
Yeah.
Bullion and points.
But they also have, ETFs have cost because you buy from a broker, then you sell,
You see, gold actually totally different. One is gold for your day-to-day needs, gold for family.
Gold has two emotional
Yeah.
Emotional, of course, has no value.
One is gold is you are using it also, projecting it also. That is one class. And second is gold as an investment. We must understand how the gold pricing also takes place. Finally, gold is a precious metal coming out of mines. Whole mining industry and industries now, this price will also come down. Now this last couple of months, price has gone up. It has not gone up because the international gold price has gone up. It's because dollar has become strengthened, rupee has become weaker. Because finally you end up buying gold in international prices in dollar. तो जो गोल्ड आप 24 रुपए डॉलर में कन्वर्ट करते थे आज अगर वो 67 रुपए हो गया, so you can well understand that 2025. So this particular asset class,
Basically, dollar exposure.
is a very big dollar currency exposure. So you have to think from that end. Plus, now in today's time you have to even look from security angle. Does it make sense to have too much of gold at home? How to handle gold? If you are talking ETF and all, then it's pure investment. And if you are looking long-term ETF and things like that, and it gives you 30 years horizon, 3% to 8% return, it's fluctuating. Because too many factors are leading to its fluctuation. Like we talk about gold jewelry, you don't know jewelry बनाया क्या है, कितना लाभ मिला दिया, कितनी मिट्टी मिला दी, कितना उसमें genuine purity क्या है. You will say that it is 22 carat or 24 carat. is not a great, at least I am not having, good thought of gold. EFT could be there, but it's not giving you return. It's better to put money in gold. See, this is exactly what I am saying. Are we speculating? Are we speculating? Can we beat the market? Can we watch and can we fix and how currency will behave? See, if we want to be expert of everything, then better we take the derivatives of currency or something else. There are plenty of products. You have to see how much complexity we can have. So, system-wise it's much easier. लगता है यार, hindsight में everybody is expert. Hindsight में वो बता कहते हैं यार, SBI मुझे 119 में खरीदा था. अभी तो 180 हो गया. No, one is not realizing कि जब वो 119 था तो वो 100 क्यों नहीं हो जाएगा? That time there is no answer. So when it is returned, nobody knows. Nobody can beat the timing and nobody can predict the time. And that is where the systematic investment plan comes into play. And that's where the long-term view comes in play. If you're talking long-term, the correct fundamentals will give you the directions. It may not happen in 1 month, it may not happen in 1 year, but 10 years down the line, 15 years. In fact, I was talking about, I diverted at that time. In 2004 Fortune, Warren Buffett had did an analysis of US economy. And he made a block of 18 years, right, starting from 1900 on. And he related that in 18 years block, there was a clear correlation between GDP growth of US economy and stock market growth of US economy. So if you talk about growth, GDP growth of 10 years or 15 years block, you can relate it to your own stock market. So the key is, are we confident about our economy? Are we confident that the economy will grow at 7-8% or so? Are we confident that these projects will take shape? If we are, market is for us. If we are not, then we put money on debt. And on debt also then there is no security. Because if the economy fails, if the country fails, if there is a law and order situation, पैसे का क्या करेंगे? Put it 4, put it in 4. Put it around 1250 per fund. 5,000 rupees at 20 lakhs. Or 24 lakhs. Or 20. We make it to 10,000. In today's time, 5,000 looks like peanuts. If you can spare that much money out of your cash flow, my strong advice is follow. If you follow this, at the age of 75, when your activity could be little lesser, it could be a big money available and it could be available for that. Equity is the main asset class which can beat inflation. Hands down. All other asset classes may give you 1 or 2 or 3% more than the inflation. Because the economic concept of cost of capital itself suggests that return on your capital should be 1 or 2% more. International or Western countries, when the inflation is virtually insignificant, you find the return on investment is virtually nil. It's going to happen even in India because the concept, economic concept won't change. So, look at this aspect from this angle. Now we are moving towards advice which will flow to you, which you can take back home. So, putting 5,000, 10,000 rupees for 6, maybe 3 or 4 funds. On different timing, maybe 7, each are putting 4, 7, 15, 22 and 30th. So different dates so that you are picking up the rates at all the time. Yes, we'll talk about those funds also.
Right now we're talking about particular funds. Let us.
No, we want to go with other funds.
No, Mr. Jain, you are meaning at this stage of life we should invest in, say, for the transfer?
Yes, provided you have the cash flow surplus. After enjoying and doing what you want to do, if your cash flow is a shortage, then there is a different thing. Then we talk about different. But if cash flow is surplus, and your day-to-day cash flow or your needs are met, think of this. Because still it's not too late. What you have not done in the last 25 years, you should start doing now. Then okay, utna minimum to aa raha hai, wo to assured hai. I don't need to play with that much. Now, the answer to this question lies in yourself. You have to decide what is your product. how well you can manage it. Will you be lured by greed and fear? Will you get influenced by the moment? Do you want ups and downs in your blood pressure? Do you want that your mood swings with the market? But those are decisions you all only have to take. But if I have been not like that, if for last 29 years I have only thought about bank and only bank, and I have not done anything on my personal thing of building the bank or for building, planning my personal, don't venture it out now. It's not the time to venture.
Sir, as you said, now you have shown here your own PPT that the CAGR return is 10% or 12%. Why can't I take commutation and put it here?
I said that position, sir, you are from Treasury. All are not.
And one more thing, you have done one attribute
That is SIP.
communication, that is how
That is not
you
SIP.
will be able to invest prudently or not.
Absolutely.
My submission is communication is more related to two factors, your life expectancy. If you feel that I am very healthy and will live more than 10 years, something like that, and then don't go for the secondly.
No, but I understand that 15th year onward, you get restored and you get full pension. So, that factor gets over.
And secondly, one more thing, I am getting tax-free commutation. There is the income which I earn, otherwise the full pension, it is tax.
No, he's saying is whether it's tax free you're getting, but you lose that principle by investing erroneously.
That is
So that is why he's saying.
But
That's what he said. That's what you have to take.
What is
Whether
the
you are paying it or not.
As a legal
What is the kind of return you will get on that 12 lakhs or 13 lakhs or 10 lakhs which you will get?
very minimal, say, whatever. Even if I put it FDI, I will get 6%.
Sir, इसमें डालिए आप इसमें withdrawal cancel निकालिए.
आपका discounting 6% से ज़्यादा से है. Then how does it make sense?
ठीक है, say, oh, that is the person.
No, not discounting, it is getting discounted.
Discounted.
At a rate which is higher than your taxable income rate. Yield. So
See, I know you are putting things like tax free bond, or you are able to put in some mutual fund that is also very low. If you are going to put bank deposit, you are not worth currency, you are not. Yeah.
For some portion of your wealth, you can take some risk. And I want to add on, as you are saying, emergency fund, so already you have to make a mix, 60-70% should be debt fund, which can meet your, any kind of emergency. And what we are advocating is only 20 to 30%, which you do not need for some time horizon. should be
Yeah,
kept
the
in
thing
escrow.
is, given this systematic investment plan, I think stop getting time.
Anytime.
And I
On
think
one
that you
point,
money back.
yeah. Because these are
You cannot be as good as getting money out of the bank the same day.
right.
After 3 days,
After 3 days you get money and then you know the value and you can always, review against other investments.
And the basic assumption is that you have established your financial commitment in terms of quantity and in terms of time. That means you know at least for the next 5 or 10 years what kind of funds you need and what kind of income will flow and what kind of expenses you will like to incur. You have established your regular cash flow, like pension, other accruals, rentals, etc., and have worked out your shortages or excesses. Because if you have not worked out your shortages and excesses, things can't move forward. In case of shortages, one needs to see what wealth is existing and what retirement fund one is getting and how it needs to be deployed so that the shortfall I have can be met and I don't need to wait to enjoy the wealth or the work I have done, or I don't need to worry about legacy. Presently, the return on liquid is 8 to 8.5%. With interest rate coming down, we expect in the next 1 to 2 years, the return on liquid may come around 7.7 gross and 7% net of taxes, presuming that we will be remaining invested for 3 years. And there is a reason for that when I talk about systematic withdrawal plan to meet the shortages, that how this money can give you an effective 7% return. We have assumed tax on debt and liquid funds at 10%, as I said. And the case study has been prepared with a very conservative approach by investing in debt asset class. So when I'm talking about numbers here, we are working more towards debt asset class, a return of around 7%. But seeing the individual situation, you can safely take that if you are taking a horizon of 5 to 10 years and taking a product mix of maybe 60-40 or something like that, you may be able to make an average return of 12%. Because some may give you 15-17% return, some may give you 7% return, and effectively, your average rate of return will be 12%. So with this, I'm making this case study. So I'm starting with having financial commitments have good wealth and safety. Now people can relate themselves and numbers can be changed. We are looking at investment of say around 1.25, property 3.75, and some other properties if one has that can be added to building. Self-occupied property is being so well. The importance of self-occupied property here is that if I have no commitment and I have a cash flow shortage, I can go to reverse mortgage. So, you all are better and I don't think I need to explain reverse mortgage. Because the belief we have is that children are doing well, they don't need anything, they have their own earning capability. Let me enjoy myself, and the shortfall, if I have, I can lead toward reverse mortgage by still living in the city. We are talking about, for the sake of assumption, we have taken around 80,000 rupees pension. Individuals can adjust, their own data. We are taking a private corpus of around 75 lakhs.
Everybody very embarrassed
I'll say one thing.
I don't get the maximum pension. I think my gross pension is before taxes 58,000.
Okay, go for the cases. But having good wealth and savings. So I have a saving of 1.25 crore in investment, the property of 3.7 occupied, pension, same factors basically. Here we can think of putting more money in that. Now that's the scenario which will apply. Where I need to put money in equity, so that because I have surplus, let the surplus earn better return, so that I leave a better legacy for my children. Or even after 75, if I require more money or I have more medical bills or if environment changes, because I'm going to touch upon the medical insurance things also. Today it is there, today they are talking group insurance, 10 years down the line, 30 years down the line, how it works, these are all questions. So you need to prepare yourself even for those. So, the view is that particular case where you have surplus, try to deploy at a place where your return is substantially better than the inflation. As I said, there can't be one solution for all. Everybody will have their own solution. It's a good asset class, and you can consider this when you make your asset class.
No, even though you return
To different components. And that's how they used to do the budget. And my belief is that all proverbs and sayings of past, they hold value today also. He buys a car of 4 lakhs. And third, he buys a car of 10 lakhs. And that 10,000 which he was paying every month, he puts it into his EMIs. Now in the first instance, his 4,000 and his 6 makes a total at the age of 10 years 23 lakhs, 45 year age 68 lakhs, and 60 years of age, let's say 4 lakh into car, end of the matter, closed. Third, 10 lakhs of rupees. In the 4 lakh 5 years, he said after 5 years he stops. Now argument could be, he wants to live nice, so what's the problem? Let him invest 10 lakhs. Now that is there.
What you are saying is you should be aware of these options.
Absolutely.
And then take a call.
Take a
This is
call.
the right vision for him.
Absolutely. Because he has to see his earning, he has to see the future growth, he has to talk about, it should not happen at the age of 60, he says, I am not saving. Then
Then you go to a 20 lakh car.
absolutely, today's boy, today's children, वो 20 लाख की कार ले लेगा. You are right, absolutely right.
Early investment stage.
But that is what I think we need to inculcate in them. We need to tell them the power of investment, power of time. And if they do that, we are talking about passive income, continuous review of passive income. We need to see that the passive income is increasing by factors of time. We need to also see that the passive earning which is there is also invested right. And as I said, we need to understand the power of compounding. 5 साल के perspective में compounding बहुत छोटी लगती है, but कोई 7 साल हो जाता है तो वो compounding बहुत नहीं है. Value creation, I just trust and all our issues, trust and all our options of succession, but getting good trustees who will do what you want to do is also a very big problem. So individual cases need to be looked at very, very importantly by the individual. You are only 60, you still have a long time to go. Start thinking of that today, so that in the next 3 to 5 years, you can plan that out. And, sorry.
Succession, what you are talking about, succession means giving your best to your children,
No.
That we should be doing after it, by doing
Yeah,
something like
absolutely. Through will, and that also you have to be talking about in a very clear manner. But even if you are going to do through will, you have to structure your wealth in such a way that it is separate, it is meeting your intent. But suppose you put all your money into one property, say 50 crore one property, and 3 children, and you are saying, okay, one third, everybody would be there. So maybe the option is I sell this house, create 3 properties or do something else. It's a total individual decision, I believe. But I'm only making one point. Start thinking of that now. The solution will take 5 to 7 years. These things take time. It's not a rocket science कि आपने आज decide किया और कल हो गया. तो नहीं. Because adjusting asset class also takes time. There are market compulsions, there are timings, there are a lot of issues which will not allow you to make change in your life. Question, please ask.
You talked about low risk, medium risk, high risk. No risk, any options are there?
Yeah?
Keep money at home in a locker.
I suggest all my clients a simple way. Today to draw, in case of anything to me, everything goes to my wife or the spouse, vice versa. Only problem is in case everything happens, you are flying, the whole family is flying, and the plane crashes. What do you do? So think of those worst scenarios also. But before coming on that, which gives me a lot of motivation to do. mythology संघर्ष कब खत्म होगा? एक स्टेटमेंट जो मेरे लिए बहुत मॉरल देता है और मुझे बूस्ट देता है, जिंदगी जब तक है तब तक संघर्ष। तो नो रिस्क हो ही नहीं सकता, एवरीथिंग हैज अ रिस्क, बट संघर्ष है, उसका सोल्यूशन भी है, हर चीज का फिर सोल्यूशन भी। टफ टाइम आता है वो भी निकल जाता है। So I think with this, if there are no more questions, I am Samita.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thanks a lot for the patience you are hearing, and I appreciate a lot. Thanks.
Thank you.